it's a Tiny Gamer, and let's play some more Final Fantasy XIV with Daenne. So, because of work and other stressors I've been dealing with, it is now the last day for me to do the Rising. So, I've been marathoning, doing it with Tiny, Silence, and now Daenne. Daenne is going to be a little different because, as you've seen with Tiny and then with Silent, I had started to record some mainline storyline questing with those two characters. And, you know, so I can have some sort of videos for posting and everything, because I had nothing lined up. With Daenne, it's a little different because of all the other stressors that have been happening. I was not able to get to record a block of, you know, Let's Plays for Daenne. So with Tiny and Silent, I did that with them and then did the Rising. But Daenne, I'm doing it the other way around. So I'm doing the Rising, excuse me. I'm doing the Rising with Daenne first, and then recording, and doing a recording block for main storyline questing for him. So you'll see the main storyline questing first, and then the Rising with Daenne after that. So just to let you know. Right. So the Rising is happening in Qufiswesfv, so let's go there. Okay. Let's go up. After Castle. An adventurous ambition. A wandering minstrel is in search of inspiration. This quest is available for a limited time only. Well now, if it isn't my adventurer friend Daenne, it can only be a blessing for the navigator that we should again meet here and now. You see, I have been struggling to find inspiration for a new song to perform the Rising. I have a mind to speak with the locals for their tales, for which I could use your able assistance. Might you be willing to accompany me? I am truly grateful. During the Rising, we remember those we lost in the calamity, even as we turn our attention to a brighter future. It is my hope to hear a tale that inspires one and all to look forward. Now then, there is no better place to talk in Qufiswesfv than the Drawing Wench. Let us first seek out the barkeep Baderon, and see if he has aught of interest to share. Oh, come on, what's the harm? What's the arm? You'll get yourself... That's the arm. I ain't letting one so young sign up. Why do you want to become an adventurer so badly, Richa? There's this place I need to go to. The problem is, the Yellow Jackets won't let a child leave the city alone. But if I was an adventurer, I'd be responsible for myself. I could go wherever I please, whenever I please. So please, let me sign up. It ain't that simple, lass. I got a responsibility to those I sign up. Hold on, what? If I let someone who's clearly unprepared head out there and they end up hurt or worse, I wouldn't be able to live it down. And don't even get me started on the damage it caused the guild's reputation. So you can just forget about signing up till you're older. Much older. But it has to be now, during the rising. Huh. Why do you have to be so responsible? It comes with age, lass. Now run along and get yourself home. That look, though. Is everything well? Sorry you had to see that. The little cub's bent on becoming an adventurer, but I said no and sent her on her way. Still, I can't help but worry. She doesn't strike me as the sort to give up easily. True that. Wouldn't surprise me a whit if she tried to sneak out anyway. I hate to impose, but do you reckon you can keep an eye on Racha? I do it myself, but I can't up and leave the tavern. The timing of the rising seems to be of the essence to the little one. Intriguing, would you not agree? Let us ask her about that. I'm in your debt. Now, the nearest city exits the Tempest Gate, over by the After Castle. I suggest she begin by talking to Flynn Grail, the sentry yonder. Okay. Oh. So we go this way. The lowlands of Lanasia await you on the other side of the Tempest Gate. At Baderon's behest, you say? As it happens, a girl of that description did come through just a moment ago. She was at the heels of a Makote peddler. At a glance, one might think them parent and child, but the way she kept stealing glances behind her made me suspicious. I alerted my comrade, Ayoyo, outside, and I expect she stopped the little one for questioning. If you're worried, you should seek her out. Our thanks for the information. We shall find your comrade at once. Wait! As well, the yellow jackets noticed her ere she had gotten far. Oh. I clicked on the wrong person. Well now, if it ain't the good minstrel and our kindly helper. Pleasure to see the two of ye again. What brings ye here today? So Baderon sent ye after the little one? I was just about to ask her what she's up to. Rachel, was it dearing? even without the others telling me. You ought to know it's dangerous out here. What is it that you want to do so badly you'd risk your life like this? There's something that I need to see. It doesn't matter if it's dangerous. I have to go. We understand that you have your reasons, Richa. Even so, we cannot in good conscience allow you to wander the wilds alone. So here, I would make a proposal. Rather than becoming an adventurer, why not employ the services of one? With a dependable adventurer at your side, you would be able to reach your destination safely. This, I believe, is your best option. But I don't have any money, and what adventurer would want to help a child anyway? Why, our friend here, of course. I've never done if you're happy with this humble vagrant. So let's see what it says with that. Okay, so it's the same basic response. I shall be glad to provide suitable recompense in Richa's stead, while a part of me hopes that this will lead to inspiration for a song. Above all, I feel compelled to lend a helping hand. You'd really help me? Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad it worked out for you, but as a client, there's something you need to bear in mind. That is, you've got to give the adventurer your trust. Be honest with what exactly it is you need, and he'll be able to help you all the better. The place I want to go to is a lighthouse here in Lower Lanasia. It's named for one of the 12. I heard a rumor from a kid in town, you see. He told me that ghosts appear there during the rising. They're supposedly lighthouse keepers who passed in the calamity, and they spirit children away to the realm of the past. But that's got to be nonsense, and I want to prove it. Oh, the 2 lighthouses in the area. Ashan's torch is the only one as civilians can still get to. Don't recall hearing nothing about ghosts, though. I can't help but be curious. Oh, come along. Having a yellow jacket with you ought to make things easier, I reckon. That's outside of a skirmish, anyway. Being a canyoneer, I'm more on blasting things from a distance. If we run into angry fiends on the road, they're all yours. Okay. So, what's your name, adventurer? Daenne, you won't remember my last name. I can barely remember my last name. Daenne. My last name sounds like keyboard smash. So I'm just gonna say Daenne. I'll remember that. Thank you so much for helping me. We'll go to Ashan's torch, and we'll see if the rumor about the ghost is true. A light that ever burns. Richa is chomping at the bit to set forth. This quest is available for a limited time only. Are you ready to go, Daenne? As much as I would like to accompany you, someone should return to the Drowning Wench and apprise Baderon of these developments. Besides, to hear your accounts afterwards, what you learned and felt, will also bring unique inspiration. I wish you an enjoyable and insightful excursion. Right. To begin with, I'll bet we head east to Madman Bridge. It'll give Richa a chance to see the sights. The path can be steep in places, So take care you don't take a tumble now. I'll be fine. Don't worry. Let the adventure begin. What? What? Sword. Okay. What? Sword. Okay. Sorry. Okay, I'll continue on. That was just so funny. What? Sword? Okay. Look, a river, and there's some sort of strange animal. We sometimes see children out this way with their folks, but I take it you've never been? Am I recording? Yes. Actually, I have. It was a long time ago, though, before my parents passed in the calamity. It's alright. I like it at the orphanage. Everyone's really nice, and I have lots of fun. That would be Elim Lane Shoals, I take it. It's an orphanage run by a former sanguine siren, in case you weren't aware. A fine place by all accounts. If that's where Cha's from, I'll have one of my comrades contact her caretakers. Wouldn't do to let him think she's missing. Right then. Next, we make for Ashan's embrace. Up this air hill. Take it slow so you don't wear yourself down. So look at Daenne on top of it. I'm just chill. On top of my go-boo. Whoa, we're so high up. This is amazing. I felt the same way when I looked out from here for the first time. This bridge was built where a tidal wave sundered the land during the calamity. It's a symbol of our people's determination to rise above tragedy. Miss Dorathea, that's the headmistress, said that we Lominsons work hard because we hate to lose and like what we do. Oh no. What about you, Daenne? Do you like being an adventurer? Oh no. What if I say I'd rather not work at all, to be honest? Oh, I feel bad. But I'm also curious. Really? I guess it's not so simple. My parents liked what they did, I think. When the calamity struck, they didn't run away. They were noble souls, Miss Dorathea said. She promised to tell me everything one day, but I didn't know how to feel when they're gone and... I can't find the words. I want to be a good client, though, so I'll think on it. Seems Racha's got something she needs to get off her chest. In wanting to verify the rumor, mayhap she... there's no use speculating. Come, let's press on. Hard to see in the daytime. That there's Ashan's torch, one of the 2 lighthouses. Here what are named for gods. The lighthouse keeper is a bloke named Rost in Z. You can ask him about ghosts or anything else you like. Lighthouse keeper. So about the reason that I want to know about the ghosts. My father and mother were lighthouse keepers, you see. But they disappeared during the calamity and were never found. When I heard the rumor, I thought that maybe, just maybe, they were the ones haunting the lighthouse. So that's why you wanted to prove the rumor wrong. You couldn't stand people thinking your parents were doing terrible things. But a part of me wishes that the rumor was true. Then I'd be able to talk to my parents again. There's so many things I'd like to ask them. Well, whatever the truth is, we'll find out soon. Let's keep going. Nope, not today. That was a cool one. Whoa, the sea's frozen in a splash. Amazing. This area was hard hit by the calamity. On top of the tidal wave washing away big swaths of land, a piece of Dalamon came crashing down yonder. They say it caused aether to gush out of the land and crystallize all at once. At the time, I was with Miss Barathia. It was my mother's friend, and she took me to a safe place. I was very little then, and didn't fully understand what was happening, but the calamity really was a frightful thing. I can't imagine how it was for father and mother. Okay. Oop. Wrong person. Oh my god, you're just right up on him. That's why I didn't see you. Look at him. Just button up with him. Well now, if it ain't guess, what brings you to the torch? Ghosts during the rising. For all me years as a keeper, I have not seen nor heard about such things at any lighthouse I know. It's certainly the sort of place children might believe haunted, though. Might be as someone mistook me or some laundry as a specter. So father and mother weren't ghosts after all? But I must say, it's a surprise to see Rotoa's little girl here. Your parents showed me the ropes when I was starting out as a keeper. The little look on her face. They had charge, Lim Lane's ring yonder. Nowadays, it's on a little isle, but there used to be a stretch of land connecting it. A dangerous stretch it was, rife with nasty beasts. You needed to hire adventurers, and grizzled ones at that, just to deliver supplies. If you knew my parents, please tell me about them. They left me at Limsa during the calamity and passed in the tidal wave. Why did they go there even though it was so dangerous? What was going through their minds? I want to know. I was stationed elsewhere at the time, so I only read this in a report, but your folks did everything they could to protect Ilum Lane's ring. They built a breaker using anything and everything they had on hand, but in the end, there was no stopping such a monstrous wave. Countless souls went missing when it struck, and the Maelstrom mounted search and rescue operations. I joined in the effort, but I'm afraid they were never found. Know, though, that your folks didn't pass in vain. By manning their lighthouse to the very end that day, they guided many vessels safely to shore and saved many lives. I see. They really were noble souls, like Miss Dorothea said. But if I could choose, I wish that they were still here. This is just a thought, but how would you like to stay the night and hear more about your folks? It'd only be the mundane, everyday stuff, but what I know I'd be glad to share with you. I'd like that. I'd like that very much. Oh, I'm so happy. Be like a little slumber party. And I'm sure he'd enjoy having guests, because he's probably pretty isolated right there. And he gets to make a little girl happy. My boots. Good morning, Danny. I got up early to look at the lighthouse, where my father and mother used to be. For the longest time, I felt as though they had abandoned me. I wanted to see them one more time, so I could ask them why they had to go, and to tell them that I miss them. I'm going to say I understand how you feel. In the end, there weren't any ghosts. Still, I'm glad I can learn about my parents. It made me realize I want to become someone who helps others, like them and like you. So thank you for bringing me here. Thank you so much for coming with me, both of you. You're very welcome, dearie. You can always come to me if you need anything. Just no more trying to sneak out, you hear? Well, I better get back to the orphanage. Hopefully Miss Baratheon won't be too mad at me. You'll be wanting to report to the minstrel, I expect. In which case, a comrade of mine tells me he's at the anchor yard. I'll see to it Richard gets home safely. Be sure to catch a special fireworks afterward, eh? Be seeing you, Daenne. Alright, then we head this way. I'm starting to get the hiccups. I think I'm almost done. At some point my leg will calm down and I'll be able to get these events done with plenty of time to spare and not be like rushing last minute. Oh, welcome back, my friend. Was young Richa able to find what she sought? So her true purpose was to see if the ghosts were her parents, who were taken by the calamity? A tale is born when someone acts in the name of another. As there are so many tales out there, it's impossible for us to know every single one. Yet a tale may occasionally find its way to those who need it most, such as that of the lighthouse keepers, whose courage and sacrifice have come to guide their child years after their passing. Thank you, Daenne, not only for granting Richa's wish, but for providing me with inspiration as well. While we wait for the special fireworks to begin, might you tell me more of your excursion? Yes, it comes to me. A verse for all who strives onwards, this day and every day. Greetings, Warrior of Light. This is a world that exists outside your reality. Could it be a dream? A flight of fancy conjured by your weary mind? Perhaps, or perhaps not. It is a pleasure to meet you again. As I have in the past, I have beckoned you here that I might express my gratitude. For long years, we have walked together with you on this grand adventure. It is a never-ending journey, one that shall continue tomorrow, as surely as it does today, the most natural of things. Along the way, I have endeavored to keep my gaze firmly fixed upon the future. Of late, however, I have been keenly reminded that we must occasionally look back upon the path we walked, that we might remember the lessons learned. In the course of our adventures, it seems that I too have grown. To learn from successes and failures both, and forge ahead with humility and sincerity. This is what I have resolved to do at Journey's beginning, and I have resolved to do so anew. Nothing would please us more than to continue having you at our side on the road ahead. And I pray that, upon this journey of life, that we have the honor to share, the light of the crystal shall ever shine. Now, the time has come for this vision to end. Time for your eyes to open from this waking dream. The world shall yet endure, and as we continue to make our way, I pray that we shall have the occasion to meet again. Till that day, I wish you the happiest of journeys. Fare you well. Most happenings in our lives have no bearing on the fate of the world. More often than not, they go unobserved and unremarked. But you, my friend, gather up such forgotten tales and see them delivered. In so doing, you bring joy, and as a token of my gratitude, I dedicate to you this song, a song of journeys fulfilling. In the gleaming gold the sun does rise, the boundless sky it calls. In silver pale the path of men, a white and endless pall. So far away the guiding light, that you do now espy, but flames of life their warmth impart, to comfort and inspire. Take heart, my friend, for here we stand, and so we shall remain. Your destination reach you shall, by memory's refrain. I have no doubt that you, a cha, and a yo-yo shall give rise to a great many more tales. Your tales in particular may be more varied than those of others. There may be times when you face great hardships, and the weight is more than you can bear. In such a time, I bid you remember this. No matter how great your burdens, the tales that you have gathered shall ever be your strength, a beacon to light your way in the darkness. Yay! Alright, cool. Achievement unlocked. Delightful doesn't. I did it! Yay! Alright. And then let's look at the new minion we got. Wind up Gul-ul Jaja. Designed in the likeness of Gul-ul Jaja, this Mamet was created to commemorate the 7th anniversary of his ascension as Dawn Servant. It would seem that those Mam-ul-Ja who journey to Eorzea brought these units with them with the intent of impressing upon the locals the glory of their kind. Okay. I'm starting to get a little fidgety, so this is a good place for me to end this video, and yay, I did it! So the only person I still have, well, as of recording this, the only person I have yet to do this event with still is Templeton. And by the time you see this video, I'll have done the event with Templeton. So, yay! Alright, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. That's going to be all for now. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay safe, stay happy, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye! I think I'm doing all these salutes for the different grand companies, so here's a serpent salute.